Journal for today. So here's what went on yesterday. So played basketball in the morning, fasted, and was about 36 hours fasted at the time, and it went really well. It was I had a lot of energy, and all of the things that I feared did not come to pass. I played well. I shot the lights out. It was really it was a good effort from me. Played some good defense. I did get tired, but I think that's more to do with my physical condition and that I'm out of shape and overweight than it had to do with the fasted condition. So I think that experiment was, chuck a notch up for that. Playing basketball fasted is a good thing. So played well. That was good. Um, the fast itself. So I continued that fast for much of the day. Didn't quite go to 48 hours. I wound up breaking the fast before I went to get my son from school. Deliberately just decided that it was the time to do that. So it was a little bit short of 48 hours, but I think that's fine. Um, I had some bulletproof coffee and some beef basically before I went to get my son. Came home with him. We watched a little bit of Spanish league soccer, right? La Liga football, and because he really has gotten into that after we got the FIFA 17 Xbox game, right? Play some video soccer with the boy. Of course, he gravitated toward the best teams that had the fastest and best players. In the video game, wanted to play as those guys, and so he kind of became familiar with the Barcelonas and some of that kind of stuff. So we I started recording some of the Barcelona games that are televised, and so we watched a little bit of soccer together, and that was fun. I started feeling sick, and I don't know whether that has to do with breaking the fast. I did a 36-hour fast before, and going into the third day, I felt lightheaded and and just uh, scattered and just not there. And so I'm having some experiences with this fast. Now this was after breaking the fast, so I don't know if breaking the fast was related to my illness or not. Right? Yeah, correlation and causation. Right? Who knows? But I got and I. So my son wanted to have cookies and milk, so I went ahead and did that with him too. And I was also thinking that, hey, I'm starting to feel a little not so good. Maybe I need some carbohydrate. And so I did that with him. And as the evening went on, I just got feeling more and more sick. And so, a headache, nausea, disorientation kind of stuff, and chills. So, I didn't have a whole lot of family interaction last night because I was just kind of sick. I went to bed early. Well, actually, I went to sleep on the couch, so I was around the family, but I was more sleeping on the couch. And then when I woke up, I went straight to bed. So yeah, not a lot of family interaction in the evening yesterday. And yesterday was a wife work day, so she was teaching, so she was gone for most of the day while the kids were gone. So other than having a little bit of time with my son directly after school while the girls were at an after school activity, um, it was mostly not a lot of family yesterday. So definitely got to make sure to make up for that today, this evening, be with the family. Um, but as far as health goes, right? So coming out of the fast was not so good yesterday. I think I need to try another fast again later this week. I'll go a 48-hour fast later this week and see how that goes, and decide right after that 36-hour fast, and that third day was so miserable for me. I kind of decided that these multi-day fasts weren't for me, but I think giving that another try is a good idea. So doing that, but yesterday, man, playing hoops, I was not my old self, but I was a force, and that was good. I did there was one play where where I was kind of ahead, right? My team got a steal, and I was out ahead, and I really didn't think the pass was going to come to me. I didn't think the guy had a lane to get it to me, and so I didn't run as hard as I could have. And that's the type of play. And he made the pass, and had I been balls to the wall, I probably would have got to that thing and probably would have scored on a layup on that. So that was a failure in effort, and those are the kinds of things that um, you know it's those things where you're tired and there's a temptation to kind of lollygag, and that's exactly what I did. And that's the type of player that I do not want to be, the person who does that. So it was one time, and my intensity is normally there, and yeah, I was more tired than I should have been because of the condition of my body. So those are all things that I need to work on. But even tired, right? I mean, you got to gut it out and push through it. So that was a failure, and so and as far as eating yesterday too, right? I tried to. Oh, I ate some crackers too, thinking that I needed some carbohydrates, and I didn't have any cleaner sources available that were quick and easy. So I had cookies and crackers yesterday, which was also um, a failure in eating clean. Although, I mean, it's always a compromise, right? My son wanted me to eat cookies and milk with him, and you know what? That's a compromise I'm willing to make, and that's the bulletproof me from years gone by would have sat there with him while he ate cookies and milk, and the me now, right? I'm going to engage in that stuff with my kid, so it's a compromise. So, but I mean, nonetheless, right? I mean, after a 40-ish hour fast, I'll call it 42, right? I was probably, we've cut the days into, quarters and eighths and stuff. 42-ish hour fast. Um, that's not a something I'm going to lament too much, right? Moving forward. So today is going to be a lifting day. So I'm gonna go hit the weights today. And after that, I'm going to have a Chipotle, right? Also a compromise, right? There's grains in there, but I'm going to carb feed after I hit the weights, and I think that's a good thing. So, and it's a beautiful thing, right? This internet world we're living in. I can place my Chipotle order, and then go hit the weights, and then it's going to be ready when I go pick it up on the way home. That's a beautiful thing. So, going to do that today, and make sure that I have some good family time this evening, and that's good. So gratitude, I think sport, right, is kind of the thing I want to express today. Both watching soccer with my son, being able to spectate and see the drama that unfolds in an athletic contest, right? I mean, it's one thing to watch actors who are acting out a drama and something that is written, right? I mean, that is appealing and good. But sport is the same thing. It's a drama, but it's unscripted, right? Although I would argue that the NBA is scripted in a lot of ways, but that's an argument for another day, a whole other thing. But watching athletes compete, right, and that there is this non-deterministic outcome that is not there. It is it's a better form of drama. So I'm grateful for being able to spectate on athletic contests like that. And I don't watch as much sport as I used to. I mean, it used to be that during NCAA college basketball that I was just glued to the TV for those months that was happening. And the NFL, of course, too, was just nonstop, just watching sports. And I'm not as into that as I used to be, and I don't watch. In fact, I mean, I watch a portion of the NFL. I don't ever watch a full game anymore, even the Broncos. Um, but there's something magical about being able to see it, and being able to participate is, of course, even greater. So that I get to play basketball and enjoy that, play racquetball. Those are I'm incredibly grateful that I have the health that I can do that, and that there are people who do that with me, and some of the great relationships that I have in my life are well, I playing basketball with somebody is an act of friendship. It's well, it doesn't have to be, right? I mean, it can be antagonistic and that kind of stuff. But um, some of the, if I go and have a beer with you at a bar, that's a good thing, right? But if we get out there and sweat and compete, and whether we're teammates or opponents, right? There's a deep connection there, and that's an activity that is something even more. So gratitude for being able to participate in sports, also to spectate. That's my message for today.